I'm a 999 call handler, and people keep telling me about a disturbing contortionist who died in 2022. Details such as names, dates, and locations have been altered to protect myself and the people of my town. But this story is true. Everybody in my area knows about Kit Jensen, the Crazed Contortionist, a moniker he posthumously earned after butchering his wife and taking his own life. The deranged man was a performer, an artist, he would have said. Jensen frequently put on a mesmerising contortionist display at the old theatre in Greentree, a show that was loved by the town, though Kit Jensen was certainly an oddball. Still, in spite of what folk have started to call him, he did not slaughter Mandy Jensen in a performative way. There was no display of gratuitous grandeur. The two bodies were not packed into some pokey space, like a pair of contorted sardines. Kit Jensen beheaded his wife and threw himself from a 6th floor balcony. They both died on Tuesday the 10th of May, 2022. I know that because I've researched it extensively, just to ensure that I've not entirely lost my marbles. There's no denying it. They've been gone for 2 years. That's why I don't understand the calls I received on Friday the 24th of May, 2024. Calls that all stemmed from a town I shall call Greentree. Call 1, 12:40 p.m. 999 police, what's the nature of your emergency?
Hello, I should have called earlier, but I just didn't get it. And now something's happened, something awful. My name's Ian Poole, and I work at the care home off Broad Street. Do you know the one?
Yes, I do. What's happened, Ian?
Well, a few of the folk in the East Wing have been acting bizarrely all day. There was an incident, and they're starting to frighten me, frighten all of us.
Right. What was the incident, Ian? Why did you call?
Oh God. One of the residents seriously injured someone. It was Mr. Harrison, one of our oldest residents. He broke Mrs. Renly's legs. I don't.
Okay, breathe for me, Ian. It's going to be alright. I'll dispatch officers, but I have to ask whether Mr. Harrison has pre-existing mental health problems.
Well, of course he does. You understand the nature of this place, right? It's a home for dementia patients, not a retirement village.
I understand that, Ian. Do you understand why I asked the question? When it comes to crimes committed by dementia sufferers, such incidents rarely result in court action. The person isn't in a coherent state of mind.
Yes, I know. I'm not trying to throw Mr. Harrison in prison. I'm trying to protect everybody, okay? We sedated him, but now Mrs. Renly's not herself either. I know what you're thinking. Obviously, she's not herself, given her broken legs. But it's the opposite of what you'd expect. She should be in pain, but she's not. I don't know how to describe her, okay? She's just not herself. This madness is like a disease. It's spreading throughout the wing. I don't want to stay here. I do not want to stay here. None of us do.
Okay, Ian. Remember what I said about taking deep breaths, right? I've dispatched some officers, and the ambulance service has been notified. I need you to tell me what's happened, okay? I'm not getting the full picture.
I know. I'm struggling, okay? I saw it. I saw it happen, and I still don't understand it. It's been a terrifying morning. I'm the manager here, but I didn't arrive until 10. My co-worker Susan was flustered. She'd been crying because Mr. Harrison called her a rude name. Well, what's new there? That's what I thought, but I didn't say it out loud, of course. Anyway, Susan said that Mr. Harrison was behaving even more strangely than usual. To give you some context, he often speaks in broken sentences, he's practically immobile, and he doesn't recognize his loved ones. That's the level of his deterioration. But today, he's been lucid. Very lucid. Even got up and strolled around. I've not seen him walk more than 2 steps in months.
Right. How did this lead to an altercation with Mrs.
Renly? Right, well, she was complaining about Mr. Harrison's incessant chattering. Not a new complaint, mind you. See, he's always chattering, but it's usually jumbled nonsense. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Today, he's been speaking in complete sentences, and he's been saying horrible things. Things that make my skin crawl. I don't know why. It was nothing particularly threatening, but I feel he feels dangerous. Well, given what he's done, he is dangerous.
What exactly happened between Mr. Harrison and Mrs. Renly? How did the assault occur?
Lenny said that Mr. Harrison had been ranting for a while. My co-worker even wrote down some of the things that Mr. Harrison was saying. Well, before things became volatile, then he got involved. Let me read this. I've got the notes here. One sec. I am endless. That's one of the things he wrote. What else? I will endlessly be the greatest there has ever been. The true one. The stage never dies. I must persist. I must break all of you.
Right. Mr. Harrison said a lot, didn't he? I hope you don't take offence, Ian, but none of those sentences sound lucid to me. It sounds exactly like the jumbled rant of a dementia sufferer. Those words mean nothing at all to me. Do they mean anything to you?
No, listen. I work here every day, okay? Trust me, that wasn't normal. Look, I get what you're saying, and you're right in a sense. People say and do the strangest things in this place. Things that'll break your heart or set your hairs on end. But residents often regress to the people they once were, and none of those words match the man that Mr. Harrison used to be. He wasn't a poet or a performer. He didn't speak eloquently or care for the arts. Back when he used to speak clearly, he didn't speak like that, okay? Something's wrong here.
Ian.
Fine, I understand, okay? I sound crazy. You might be right. After all, we thought the same. I would have dismissed it. So would have Susan. In fact, we did dismiss it. She dried her eyes, pulled up her bootstraps, and came to the canteen with me. We rushed over because we heard some commotion, and that was when it happened.
The assault?
Yeah. Mrs. Renly said something Mr. Harrison didn't like. She said it wasn't a good show. According to Lenny, at one point, Mr. Harrison had been doing yoga, stretches, something hard to believe. As I said, the man had hardly moved for months. Anyway, Lenny was already heading over to the bickering residence when Susan and I entered the room. Things were becoming a little too heated.
What was Mr. Harrison saying?
He called Mrs. Renly an uncultured swine without the intellect to digest true art. Yeah. Now, this is what I mean. I know you don't know Mr. Harrison, but he was a typical bloke. A man of few words. Even when he did talk in full sentences a year or so ago, he did not speak like that. He hasn't been himself today. I don't know how else to say it, okay? It was almost as if somebody else were in his... Never mind.
Right, okay. What about the actual assault, Ian?
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to avoid talking about that. Look, I've already said what happened. He broke her legs.
Yes, but I need to know more than that. This is a very serious assault, okay? You said your co-worker Lenny was in the room. Then you and Susan were in the room. 3 members of staff. 1 perpetrator. A man who you told me was mostly immobile. Practically immobile, you said. Did Mr. Harrison use a weapon?
What? No. Our residents don't have access to dangerous things.
Why didn't any of you manage to stop him?
Don't try to turn this into an investigation of Green Tree Nursing Home. We operate things properly here.
I'm not accusing you of anything, Ian. I'm trying to understand how on earth this happened. So if Mr. Harrison had no weapon, how did he break Mrs. Renly's legs?
I don't want to say. When are the responders getting here?
In a few minutes. And you don't have to talk to me, but at some point you will have to answer detailed questions about the incident. You have a duty of care to those residents. And given that such a serious assault occurred whilst 3 members of staff were present...
He used his bare hands, okay? Mr. Harrison snapped Mrs. Renly like a twig. 1 leg after the other. Snapped each limb upwards, far past breaking point. I'm looking at her right now. The bones are protruding. There's blood everywhere. Our trained nurse applied tourniquets and bandaged the wounds, so she says that should have stopped the blood loss. Mrs. Renly should be okay until the responders arrive. Physically, anyway. I thought about asking for an ambulance when I rang 999, but we wanted the police. We were scared. We thought I don't know anymore.
Don't worry about that, Ian. I've dispatched an ambulance as well. What have you done with Mr. Harrison? Does he pose a threat to any residents or members of staff?
No. We were scared of him at first, but don't worry, he's fine. He's no threat to any of us now. We gave him some lorazepam to calm him down a little. He's in his room, and a member of staff is watching him. So, yeah, everything's fine. Well, not everything. Mrs. Renly's scaring me now. She started sounding like him, talking about performing on stage. It doesn't make any sense that both of them would be talking in the same way. And some of the others have been saying similar things. Mrs. Renly scares me the most, though. She told me that she could bend her legs a little farther if I'd just give her a stage. I don't understand any of this.
Right. Thank you, Ian. Do you want to stay on the phone until the responders arrive? The paramedics should be there before the police. Any second now, in fact.
Yes, I hear the sirens outside, but I want to hang up. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want to go to sleep. No, I want to wake up.
Okay, Ian. Remember, deep breaths. The paramedics will help, I promise. Responders arrived to find that 5 of the residents in the East Wing had passed from heart attacks, including Mr. Harrison and Mrs. Renly. Several others are still in hospital. When I received this call at the beginning of my shift, it horrified me, and was struggling to come to terms with the thought of such a vicious assault, though I'd heard of worse things. In fact, I'd experienced worse things. Once, a killer confessed his crime to me. Yet somehow this frightened me more than any other call. Something about the dread in the voice of Ian Poole. It was contagious. A disease, like he said, and it was only the first crumb of Friday's awful events. I've spent days searching for answers, searching for whatever ties everything together. I found only one horrible link. Kit Jensen. Call 2, 3:24 p.m. Police, what is the nature of your emergency?
A strange man is following me home.
Okay, how long has he been following you?
Since I left school. Oh, he's still there.
Okay, it's all going to be okay. I'm going to send a police officer out to you. Just stay calm for me. Which school was this?
Green Tree High School. My name's Cora Ashburn.
Thank you, Cora. Okay, where are you right now? Is there anyone else around? A group of people who seem safe, perhaps?
I'm on a street with lots of houses. Wait, why? Should I do something? Should I knock on the door? I don't... Oh, he's so close, And he seems to be getting closer, no matter how quickly I move. What's wrong with him?
Stay calm, Cora.
What's wrong with his body? There's something wrong with his body.
Do you know the name of the street, Cora?
Yeah, it's Crescent Drive, off Main Street.
Thank you. The police are coming, okay? No, I wasn't suggesting that you start knocking on doors. I need you to keep walking, okay? Do you see anybody else on the pavement?
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Cora. I don't want to frighten you. Breathe for me. It's all going to be okay. A responder is on the way, alright? The station is only 5 minutes away from Crescent Drive. Have you seen anybody else on the street?
I don't know. I'm walking, like you said. I don't want to stop. I'm just moving.
Good. That's good.
He's so fast. He's on his... I don't know. What is he doing? He doesn't look real. He looks... His spine is bent. His arms too. I'm losing my... I don't know. Oh.
Just a few minutes, Cora. You should hear the sirens in the distance. Do you hear them? They're close.
Oh, wait. I see someone in the playground. Should I go to them?
As long as you stay nearby, Cora. Who have you seen in the playground? It'll help to make you identifiable when the police arrive. A girl in a green tree uniform and...
It's a woman. Hey! Help! A man's following me. Oh no. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
When responders arrived at 3:29 p.m, they did not find Cora Ashburn. 4 days later, she is still missing. After sweeping the playground beside Crescent Drive, officers found a threadbare cardigan knotted onto 2 interlinking bars of a jungle gym. A piece of clothing that only warranted attention because its remaining strands had mostly unravelled from a gaping hole in the centre. Worst of all, upon closer inspection, it appeared to be blood-stained. When the piece of evidence was brought into the station, an investigating officer recognised the item of clothing from an old case. It was the cardigan found on the corpse of Mandy Jensen. A cardigan that was discarded once the case had swiftly and decisively been closed 2 years earlier. Call 3, 6:16 p.m. Please, what is the nature of your emergency?
He's got... Oh, he's wrong, man. He's all wrong. He's all wrong, like... Head's gone. Head's coming off, mate. Know what I mean?
Sorry, I didn't understand any of that. You're slurring. What's the emergency?
Hey, love, are you okay? Is that... Why are you crying, love? Oh, no. Did he do that to you? Did he... Oh...
Are you okay, sir? Please tell me what's happening.
Oh, don't hang up. Don't. I have an emergency, I do. This lass has been... She's having a rough night, mate. She's having a...
Take a deep breath. Just tell me what's happening. Slowly. Calmly.
I've had a bit to drink.
Yes, I can tell.
Sorry,
I really need you to speak clearly. What has happened to the woman you mentioned?
There was this guy. He was hassling... He was like... off. Just off. Didn't really see him. I felt it though. Like, it was weird. I don't know.
Sir.
Okay. He was a tall fella. Weird figure. Some creep who vanished when a bus came out of the... don't know where he went. She's rough. He hurt her. Oh, there's a lot of blood, mate. There's a lot of blood.
Right, okay. A man hurt a woman. Where are you?
In the centre of, near the old arms, in where the cars park. The car park. Around the back of the pub, you know?
Yes, I know the pub. Okay, I'm sending emergency responders to your location. Stay on the phone, and please do not leave the woman on her own. Are any other people there?
The others went home. I told the landlord, but he's gone. Don't know. No, I'm not gonna leave her. Alright? There was another woman, but left.
Is she breathing? You've not described her injuries.
Oh, yeah, mate, I don't think you want to know. I don't.
I do. Please tell me.
Oh, she's twitching, but she isn't gonna talk, mate. She's not. She's like, her mouth's all... Oh, the man broke her jaw and she's just... Oh, her face is all... Oh, she's talking. She's trying to talk. Do you hear?
Yes, I hear another voice. Is that her?
Yes, she's... Oh, I tried to get her to say something, but she didn't... Words. She just... Oh, what is the... What the...
Hello? Hello? I've dispatched some officers. They're already in the town centre. Only a couple of minutes away from the pub. Please stay on the phone and tell me what's happening. Though I tried to communicate with the man, I only heard muffled noises for the last few minutes. Crunching and what almost sounded like howls of agony, though the connection was garbled. I pretended that nothing had happened. The man's dropped his phone, I thought. That's all. That didn't ease the knot in my gut. I knew something was dreadfully wrong. Responders arrived at 6:25 p.m. finding the phone of Robert Anderson outside the Old Arms. Officer Jeffrey Ross spoke to me, and he said that there was no sign of Robert. The officer also claimed that he had seen something in the alley beside the establishment. The body of a man being misshapen by a figure in the darkness. Misshapen. That was the word he used repeatedly. Officer Isabel Donaldson didn't see what her partner alleged to have seen. In Officer Ross's words, it was there one moment and gone the next. Ross told investigators that the perpetrator's costume reminded him of the one Kit Jensen used to wear for his performances at Green Tree Theatre. Call 4, 9:19 p.m. Police, what's your emergency?
Oh, I needed an ambulance.
Okay. Well, I
need a little bit of quiet, please.
What is the nature of your...
I said shush.
I'm afraid I won't shush, miss. This is an emergency line. Would you like me to patch you through to the ambulance services?
No. Maybe I do need the police. Maybe I...
Okay. What's happened? What's happening?
No. Forget it. Forget it. I spoke out of line. It's... Oh, hello, Kit.
Miss? Is somebody else there? What is the nature of your emergency?
I said I was sorry. I said I was sorry. I said I was sorry. I said I was sorry.
Are you okay? I want to help. Please tell me what's happening. Are you not able to talk right now? Is that the problem?
You're right, Kit. I didn't understand your art. Oh, I just didn't understand. But I do now. I'm sorry I didn't applaud. Yes. No, of course. Oh, the town deserves it. Every last one of us. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're...
Miss, who is in the room with you? Are you in danger?
I'm not ignoring you, sir. I was just talking to him. Yes. I phoned for a reason. You will be able to help me. You see, I need somebody to come and find me, so the place doesn't smell afterwards. It would be a shame for a stench to tarnish the place, like it did when she...
Miss? Are you having suicidal thoughts? What is your state of mind right now? If you give me your location,
Round Mills, apartment 201. Yes, I know, Mandy, I know, but he makes such a beautiful point. You see, if I try and fail, I will finally appreciate his art. That's all he wants, just a little appreciation. It's the only way, Mandy. The only way.
Miss? Miss? What's happening? What are those noises? I've dispatched an ambulance and a couple of officers to your location. If you tell me what's happening to you, I might be able to help. It'll certainly help the paramedics.
You were right, Kit. I got it all wrong. Oh, you are incredible. No, I'm not. I am not as great as you. My legs don't bend that way. No, they don't. I see that now. They don't bend that way. Not like yours. I'm not like you, Kit. Not the incredible Kit. Not the... Oh? Yes. Yes, I suppose I should try that too. Yes. I'll try bending my neck. If I just...
Quiet followed the woman's unfinished sentence. Not silence. I heard the sound of applause. the slight patter of a person's slow, measured claps, muffled by the bad reception of the call, and sobbing. Two terrible noises that immediately ceased when the front door of the apartment burst open. Responders found nobody but Rachel Jensen, the sister of Mandy Jensen. Rachel was mangled in a way that made one paramedic vomit, and I've been told no more than that. I only learnt of the aftermath through a friend of mine who works at Greentree Police Station. I keep thinking about the scream that I heard, one that I'm certain did not come from Rachel Jensen. She sounded joyous. Her voice became increasingly unhinged as she brutally contorted her body into sickening configurations. Thinking about it, I do remember gossip about Kit's final show. One reviewer called it lackluster. I didn't attend, but I heard from other Greentree residents that the contortionist fumbled the finish, the grand finale. Kit attempted to escape from her box in a contorted position, but he failed. His wife had to assist him. There was no applause, only concerned murmuring from the crowd. People had speculated for years that something wasn't quite right with the man. And that's why I keep thinking about what Rachel said, what Ian said, what all of the callers said. Stories of adoration, appreciation, rejection, and anger. Things make a little more sense when viewed from the right angle. These tales serve as interlinking pieces of a puzzle. The revenge of an artist who felt shunned by his town, shunned by his wife. Kit Jensen was simply a sick man. People had heard the whispers about his abusive tendencies for years. All it had taken was one bad day to push him over the edge. So, such a man would surely want to hurt all those who did not appreciate him. Killing Mandy wasn't enough. However, even if that were the case, it wouldn't explain the entirety of that dreadful day. Those dreadful calls. Kit Jensen died 2 years ago. Who or what did people see in Greentree?